How will you sum up Dasara in a hashtag?
Dasara rampage. Yeah,
If you have to say something to Mr. Rajamouli.
I'll say salute, sir.
If you meet Shah Rukh Khan in a lift, what will you tell him?
I'll tell him that, this is the information got to know that we can actually exchange clothes. We'll fit into each other.
What is your all-time favorite film of Mr. Bachchan?
हर ताकतवर आदमी अपने से कम ताकतवर आदमी को मार के जीता है यहाँ पे जंगल का कानून चलता है that line is my first film, my first script opening title sequence. I put that in the background, and I'm that inspired by Agnipath.
How will you sum up Dasara in a hashtag?
Dasara rampage. Yeah.
If you have to ask a question to Kirti Suresh, what will you ask her?
Question, or if I ask her to do something, then I would have asked her to do half of my interviews, because I've done too many, and I did some solo batting with that. It would have been helpful if she was also there. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but she was
Okay.
but she was too caught up. She really wanted to be there, but she was very caught up with the film shoot. Yeah.
If you have to maybe say something to Mr. Rajamouli, what will you tell him?
We keep talking. We chat once in a while. But one thing, if I want to say, I'll say salute, sir.
If you want to say something to Mr. M.M. Keeravani,
Congratulations.
congratulations. Do you have a question for your Shyam Singh Roy co-star Sai Pallavi?
I have a question. Then I'll ask her when is the next one together.
I think you guys look amazing together.
Thank you so much.
I think the
They both
climax
our
scene-
films are very. It did very well, and both are very special films.
If you meet Shah Rukh Khan in a lift, what will you tell him?
I'll tell him that when I shot for Aha Kalyanam in Ashraj, and I gave I went to the Ashraj studio, I met Adi, and first thing they came, and with the excitement they said is, Nani, your measurements to make clothes is exactly as SRK. So I was like, oh wow, I wish my remuneration was also exactly as SRK. We just joked and we laughed. But I'll tell him that, this is the information got to know that we can actually exchange clothes. We'll fit into each other.
But I'm sure post Dasara, the remuneration will be skyrocketing now.
I don't know. See, each film there is obviously things are changing, and it's all been working out. Last films also, I'm sure the producers will be very much feeling.
If you have an audience with Mr. Rajnikant and Mr. Kamal Hassan, what is that one question that you'll surely ask both of them?
I would ask them for a selfie or an autograph. Big fan.
Have you heard of this poem called Madhushala by Mr. Harivansh Rai Bachchan Saab?
Oh, I think I've heard, but I don't remember anything. Yeah.
Because the concept of Dasara, in a way, it reminds me of that poem. It's an iconic poem. Mr. Bachchan has read it, like he has narrated it many times. It's truly somehow, if you get time, please
I will.
try and-
I'll check it. I'll check it out immediately. Yeah.
There's a lot of resonance of Dasara with that particular film.
It must be online, right? If I said Madhushala,
Madhushala. What is your all-time favorite film of Mr. Bachchan?
Agnipath,
There's a reference of Agnipath in Dasara.
in Dasara,
Yeah.
is it there?
In the Hindi version.
In the Hindi version, is it there?
Yes, it is.
Where was it? Like,
Yeah, it is there. It's somewhere there. I know it for sure. It's not
okay.
very
I mean,
obvious.
because for me, it is the biggest inspiration. I've told this to Bachchan sir. I met
what did
Bachchan
he
sir during Project K, and then he told me stories about how it got released, and then they didn't like his voice and modulation at all. They couldn't understand. Then they had to take the prints back, and then he has to redub it. What we all see is the redubbing version. The original had even more, cooler slang, but because it was not being understood, so they had to make it subtle, is what he said. And I was like, I wish I get to hear the original one, because my all-time favorite film. As an assistant director, the first script I wrote, the opening titles was in the background in TV. Agnipath will be playing, and his dialogue will be coming in the background, where या हर ताकतवर आदमी अपने से कम ताकतवर आदमी को मार के जीता है यहाँ पे जंगल का कानून चलता है. That line is my first film, my first script opening title sequence. I put that in the background. I'm that inspired by Agnipath.
Would you like to say something to Hollywood when they refer to Telugu cinema as Bollywood?
I think I don't need to say anything now. That is done. But I know the Hollywood called our Indian cinema as song and dance, and for the same song and dance they called us and they gave an Oscar. So I think we just started. Watch us.
We have just started. All right.